I stood there, in the heart of what was once a desolate, forgotten corner of the city, now a vibrant, buzzing oasis. The sun was setting, casting a warm, golden glow over the lush greenery and the rows of beehives that stretched out before me. This was my masterpiece, my testament to resilience and redemption. And today my family would see it all. The journey had been anything but easy. I remember the day like it was yesterday, the day I was publicly dismissed, ridiculed, and discredited for my proposal to use urban beekeeping as a solution to city food deserts. The urban planners and scientists laughed, their derision echoing through the sterile conference room. Impractical, they scoffed. Trivial, they sneered. But the worst part was the silence from my own family. Their absence of support was a deafening roar in my ears. I remember the agonizing decision to abandon the past, to leave behind the comfort and security of their expectations. It was a painful departure, fueled by the sting of rejection and an unwavering resolve to prove my worth. I plunged into the unexpected world of apiculture, driven by a relentless pursuit of my ambition. I was determined to bring sustainable, localized honey production to neglected neighborhoods, to revitalize both ecology and community resilience. The early days were a struggle. I was a lone figure in a world that didn't understand or appreciate my vision. The ridicule from urban planners and scientists was bad enough, but the mockery from my own family cut deepest. "You'll never amount to anything," they said. "You're an embarrassment to the family." Their words were like daggers, but they only fueled my determination. I started small, setting up a few beehives and abandoned lots. The first few years were a constant battle against skepticism and indifference. But I persisted, driven by a vision of a greener, more sustainable future. I spent countless hours researching, experimenting, and learning. I faced setbacks, failures, and moments of sheer desperation. But with each challenge, I grew stronger, more resilient. The turning point came when I saw the first signs of life in the barren lands. The bees began to thrive, and the once desolate lots started to bloom. The community, initially skeptical, began to take notice. They saw the transformation, the vibrant ecosystems emerging from the ashes of neglect. They saw the hope, the promise of a better future. Word spread, and soon urban beekeeping became a symbol of hope and resilience. I was invited to speak at conferences, to share my story and my vision. The same people who once ridiculed me now sought my advice, my expertise. I was no longer the laughingstock, but a pioneer, a leader in the field of urban ecological restoration and community empowerment. And then, the day came when I decided to invite my family to see my work. I wanted them to witness firsthand the transformation, the triumph of my vision. I wanted them to see the consequences of their past derision, to understand the power of belief and perseverance. They arrived, their faces a mix of curiosity and skepticism. As they stepped into the lush, buzzing oasis, their eyes widened in disbelief. They saw the rows of beehives, the vibrant greenery, the thriving ecosystem. They saw the community, the people who had once been neglected, now empowered and hopeful. My mother, her eyes filled with tears, turned to me. "I never imagined," she whispered. "I never thought you could do this." My father, his voice choked with emotion, said, "You've proven us wrong, son. You've shown us the power of belief and perseverance." I looked at them, my heart swelling with a mix of pride and forgiveness. "It wasn't easy," I said, "but every challenge, every setback made me stronger." It taught me the value of resilience, of never giving up on my dreams. I took them on a tour, showing them the beehives, the gardens, the community center. I introduced them to the people whose lives had been transformed by my work. I saw the awe in their eyes, the realization of the impact I had made. As we stood there, surrounded by the buzzing of the bees and the laughter of the children, I felt a sense of peace, of closure. I had proven my worth, not just to them, but to myself. I had turned ridicule into a triumph, a dismissal into a testament of resilience. In that moment, I understood the profound lesson of my journey. It was not just about achieving success, but about the power of belief, of perseverance, of never giving up on one's dreams. It was about the transformation, the redemption, the triumph of the human spirit. As we left the oasis, my family by my side, I knew that I had achieved more than just success. I had achieved redemption, forgiveness, and a sense of belonging. I had turned ridicule into a triumph, a dismissal into a testament of resilience. In doing so, I had not just transformed the barren lands into thriving ecosystems, but I had also transformed myself, my family, and the community around me. The journey had been long and arduous, but it had been worth it. For in the end, I had not just achieved my dream, but I had also achieved a sense of peace, of closure, of redemption. And that, I realized, was the true measure of success.